guys, I haven't vlogged a lot at all today. Actually, we've just had Eva and her piano playing, but I'm sitting here with my friend Andy. Andy, if you don't recognize him, that's okay, because he was my Santa partner. If you watch my Santa episode, which I will link right here, you'll see that he was my partner in the Santa experiment. And as a matter of fact, he did an awesome Santa job. He did, what was, you went to some orphanages and...
Orphanages and special needs schools. Just let Santa go and play with them. Great.
Awesome stuff. But he's a teacher in, where you know?
Shandong.
Shandong. And he was talking to Annie about experiences in school. Now, I have never been like in the university aspect. I went to university for 1 semester for biochemistry minor in Chinese. But they were telling me about the desks. Okay, Annie, how tall, like, what is the tallest amount of books you saw on a desk?
I didn't go through that. You can't see their head.
For the student to see the blackboard, it's one of these.
Yeah.
The books would be a good foot, 12, 14 inches high.
So these kids preparing for, this is university, right?
No,
high school.
This
They're
is
gonna
high
go
school?
to university.
Middle school.
Like that.
So these kids have a desk. They don't have a locker that normally. They have a desk, and then the teachers cycle through. So you'll have the biology or the chemistry and then the math and all these teachers.
Each one
and then,
is on the desk.
So instead of having a locker, you'd have a desk, and these kids would have, those are actual pictures of students with, it looks like a file cabinet on their desk. Did you see more than that?
Oh yeah, all that. They all have their own ways. Some may stack them this way, some may stack them this way. It's personal choice for each student. What it can rig, or what he or she can rig to
How many books are we talking? Like 20 or 25 books?
How many is here?
Like a library on everybody's desk. And he was saying that for 1 week out of every 2 months, they would have to clean the campus,
Yep.
or like every month.
Well, once a semester for an entire week, they would clean the campus. 7 days. Freshmen would have to get up at 6 o'clock, go out at 6 o'clock every morning to clean the sidewalks. Every morning. Besides the 1 week.
These university students would study until 2 o'clock in the morning, every morning. Annie can attest to that, right, Annie? How late would you study?
Because I decided to go to not high school, but we have to learn how to draw the pictures, so I have to.
Fashion. She was a fashion major.
Artist student.
So she'd study until when?
2 in the morning, 5 o'clock go to school to finish my homework, and teacher is gonna come into the class at 7.
Yep.
The last year of middle school, and now math, now Chinese, now English.
See if you can find the one with the IVs. With the
He
drips.
was now. What did you say?
What I've seen, now this is in high school, students, they're pushed and pushed and pushed, and some suffer physically. So at some schools, they will actually have intravenous drips hanging from the ceiling to the student. The school
Just
nurse,
saline or what like
some,
medicine, like vitamins or something?
I'm not sure what the concoction was.
Annie, what did you ever see any kids with IVs, needles?
No, I didn't go through that middle school.
But did you hear stories about it?
Yeah.
What would they have? Just liquid or like
Like some,
like cocaine?
like
No.
Red Bull.
No, I think it's anti-swan, just
Like just vitamins.
Wow. Could you imagine having your school so rough that you actually have to have an IV at the desk? Is that real?
it's real.
I would never ever go in there and accept.
Anti-swan.
Yeah, my students being on an IV,
I
right?
couldn't accept that.
Yeah, it'd drive you crazy.
There's many instances. You don't have to go too far to find instances of that.
He said that one week per semester, the students would have to go out and clean the entire campus. Like sweep the streets, clean the sidewalks, the driveways,
Buildings, lobbies,
everything.
everything. Oh yeah, the But that's a part of the
你的
education
高考的时
system.
候，
Schools,
桌子上面有多少厚的书？
schools to save money or to pocket money.
高三的时候
Why hire cleaners when you have students? You
这
have
样有2种 two ladies.
2 levels?
She go through that.
So what? Your sister had a tough time in school?
但不是全是书作业啊那种试卷
Not
啊。
only books, it's also with
Homework.
and examination.
试卷。
how many books would you take home at night?
多少本书带回家
Or say for the weekend? For the weekend,
One pack. Backpack.
backpack full.
Yeah.
What would you say the backpack people look like?
Well, they look at about 90 years old. They're bent forward, crouching forward. The weight is so big on their back. They don't walk like that. They walk like that.
Yeah, because they're like mules.
Yeah.
they're like camels.
I will walk like that.
Yeah.
I have
They're
to
like a
hold
mule.
it.
Oh my gosh.
我告诉他我没有去高中。
Eva, do not study that hard. I want to see you have fun in school.
No, look at 大大小小。
Yeah,
大
no,
大小小。
But they don't know any better. The parents,
哎，他们那
they look at it as
咱们省的女，贵
they
家
send them to school to get an education. And to them, education is fully rounded. Education could be anything.
All right, so if you're a student in America and you think you got it difficult,
这都学这个道理了。把
it ain't even close.
Sweet cheeks, you got
You
nothing.
got nothing. How old were you when you moved to China for the first time?
58.
58, okay. He was retired from his job, feeling like you were retired, right?
Right.
I mean, you were officially retired.
I was
He was golfing and
I was
you know,
going to go.
going to golf.
I was going to travel the world. I was going to do all that retirement stuff. Very quickly I went downhill, and the only thing I did was I went to bed. I was depressed. I'd be in bed at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'd be in bed for maybe 18 hours a day. And I just slowly going downhill, downhill, downhill. Then finally something just jolted me. Yeah.
It was your son, right?
My son was
His son was here. Where was he in China?
Daqing.
He was in Daqing.
Is northern China.
Okay.
And I was either going to die or do something.
Yeah.
So I decided to do something, and now here I have been in China for 8 years. My brain has never been sharper. I feel like I'm 40, but my brain, like students, they challenge me every day. They challenge me with a new word, a new concept, new something. But every day, this has got to work.
Yeah.
And I was revitalized in that. I'm happier now than I have been for many, many, many years. And I wouldn't give it up. Unfortunately, my age someday.
You're kind of being pushed.
I'm kind of being pushed. But if I got another 10 years in me here, if I could do it. It's just that it gives me what I was missing. I would have been dead by now.
You know, I like that, because there's a lot of people in my family. I even know people like that are retirement is not as rosy as you think it is, you know, and sometimes feeling worthless, feeling like there's no place for me to go. I'm done working and, you know, whatever. But China is an opportunity for you to use something that you English speaking. Yeah. I mean, that's in us, you know, and it's valuable to a whole lot of people. And being able to leverage that's a huge bonus, you know.
And the thing is, just because you speak English, I mean, it becomes a challenge. You realize how we speak. Western people, we speak in idioms, we speak in sayings. Speaking English is culture, but then each culture has its own English.
Okay, for us, it's natural, right?
Yeah.
Like I am from Detroit, my English is very flat. Like I'm not like a southerner where my English is kind of drawn out.
You wouldn't say Detroit, you say I'm from Motor City.
Motor City, right. We have all sorts of little idioms, right? But what I'm saying is what we speak which is completely natural, it is who I am, it is who this guy is valuable, and is something that somebody really wants to learn in China, you know what I mean? So
they do not teach the way we speak.
yeah,
They teach Oxford, Cambridge, the proper English is what they teach in school, or at least they try to. But 99% of the world speaks English as we do.
yeah, relaxed form of localized
We don't-
English. So what we do is inherently valuable, right? So as a guy who's retired and, like, you know, looking for something to do, or you guys watching that think, you know, I speak English, but I don't know a trade, or I don't know whatever. You can come to China and you can still find an opportunity here based on the only aspect of your life that you speak that type of English that you speak, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so there's a lot of hope in there. There's a lot of people in the world that are hopeless, you know? They're like, you know, my job doesn't work out, or I'm too old, or I'm too young, or whatever the case. But there's a country in the world that'll look at you and say, we want you for the sheer aspect that you speak a form of English that's relaxed, or that you know.
But the one thing I would recommend is that come here with seriousness.
Right.
Do
It's
not-
not a joke.
Don't come here to, well, teach a little bit and go out on the weekends. Have respect for what you do. Have respect for the country. I know many young teachers. I mean, they just pray for the weekend. Work hard, party hard, absolutely, but within reason.
Yeah, like, you can have a good time.
Yep.
I mean, there's a lot of interesting aspects to China that you can absorb and go out on the weekends and different things, but don't, like, you're saying don't let it bleed into your...
Oh, yeah.
Don't let it bleed into the students or the school, right?
Come Monday, you're hungover. What is the quality that you're going to give?
Yeah.
What is the quality of your teaching? What is the quality of your job? If you're out getting yourself shit-faced, excuse my death, what good are you Monday morning? And don't think for 1 minute that your boss won't see that.
Yeah.
They're pretty sharp. Absolutely.
But if you're willing to do that, you can have, like, a really amazing experience in a country that most people, really, even now today, most people in the world can't say that they visited or even traveled in
Let
China.
me say one thing. Everybody has a bucket list. You all know what a bucket list is. A few years ago, in 1 week, I knocked off 3 items on my bucket list. 3 items I never thought I would see or do. The Great Wall of China, Terracotta Warriors in Xi'an, and videoed with a panda. All 3 I did in less than 7 days. Where else in the world could you possibly do something like that?
And and not to mention that the bucket list can extend outside of China.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, China is a really, like, a springboard to other places. Like I had traveled to Mexico and Canada before I moved to China. But as soon as I came to China, I went to India, Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, New Zealand, and Thailand. I just wanted to kind of touch to our conversation. The vlog is going to be very strange because this is just going to be our conversation. But I thought this was important because he's lived an interesting life in China, and not so interesting that it's not normal, right? No. There's a lot of people that are here in China that are teaching and traveling around as English teachers.
I've taught at 5 universities.
And so he's seen the opportunities. If you really wanted to come to China or come to Asia or whatever and, like, dip your toe in the water, being a teacher is a great way to do it. And you could cross over to bigger and better things if you wanted to.
Many do.
Many
do.
Yeah, he's just chosen to do it his way, and which is what he's happy with, you know. But anyways, I'm going to close up the vlog. I just wanted to do a little snippet of our nightly conversation here. He came over and he's been in Ningbo here for a couple of days. He'll be in Ningbo for a couple of days. And then he's going, but we invited him over for dinner, had him at the house, and so we're sitting here talking. So I figured I'd just give you a little clip of our conversation because I thought it was valuable. But we're going to continue talking, and I'm going to cut the vlog here. Just kind of a snippet of a typical 2 foreigners talking over dinner with some Chinese help. Anyways, JaYoe, subscribe, like, share, whatever. You know the deal. Anyways, see you later.
Cheers.
Cheers. Bye-bye. Are you done? That is her first time on that instrument. She's a natural. What passion.